Hello, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I thought I'd give you a quick glimpse of me. Anyway, it is Monday. It's Christmas week. It is exactly what I talked about in EU grants market authorization of Pfizer. Well, it's just going to help stocks. So at least for now. But I wanted to show you how this market has really moved in a one-way fashion. And this is what I was talking about on the week ahead video, if you guys don't recall. Straight up, straight down, one-way traffic everywhere. And, I can't express to you guys enough how dangerous this can be when you're trading and you get stuck on the wrong side of the market. There's just no exits. And I know I talked about it on the week ahead video just over the weekend. And I got asked by Raj in the chat room. He's like, "Hey, you gonna short the Aussie here?" And I tried to short it once, and took a quick 2-pip loss. And I'm like, okay, this is I want to short it. I think we should short it. It seems like the right short, but at the same time, you look at moves like the dollar Mexican peso, and it's like, man, can that move continue? And the answer to that question is yes, it can. Look at these moves. The euro is literally this is what I drew this morning on the face webinar, that we'd probably bounce from here up to resistance. We have. I didn't really expect us to make it this far, but we've made it. And that's crazy, right? I mean, this has been like, nonstop. Even the cables bounced a little bit. But look at the Aussie. This has been a 120 pip move straight up. I mean, straight up. Maybe by this evening, it might be a little lower. Who knows? The Aussie, or here's the Kiwi. I mean, this is a 100 pip rally, right? So, I mean, you just have to be really, really careful. I think the dollar Canadian might find a base somewhere down here, maybe. But I'm using the terms maybe and should, because, again, when you have this one-way traffic in the market, you just don't know when it is going to end. And it's not a technical thing. Well, I mean, I'm sure some technicals play into it, but it's really all flow related. And, you just don't know when the flow is over, and you just don't know. And so, and who wants to stand in front of that? Right. So, if you're willing to take some risk, get long or short, whatever you're going to trade, put in your stop. And if you get stopped out, walk away and just say, man, that sucked. You know what I mean? And if you timed it right, you can probably turn around and say, wow, that was lucky. Look at equities. Equities have bounced back quite aggressively. We were down at 3,600. We've bounced almost 100 points in the S&P. Remember, I drew this morning. This is all, these drawings right here are all face webinar drawings right here. Like, yeah, we could, maybe bounce back to, 3,700. And then, we looked at the S&P 3690. Here we are. We're at 3690. Do you have the stomach right now to short that? I don't know. I mean, maybe, I guess. I mean, you can try. But it's dangerous out there. It really is, and things are moving quite aggressively and pretty fast. So, or I wouldn't even say it's fast. It's more of just grinding. All right. So just again, I'm going to reiterate: just be careful. I know it's tempting, but sometimes it's better off just standing aside. And then, like I also mentioned on the week ahead video, there's nothing worse than getting together with your family, and then you're down a bunch of money, and then it just ruins your whole holiday, right? I mean, it's a horrible feeling. So just be careful out there. But if you want to take some risk, take limited risk. Put in your stop, you know, walk away. And if you make money, you make money. And if you get stopped out and you lose a little bit, you lost a little bit. So there. But yeah, it's interesting how everything has really moved to where things should reverse. Like, I do think the dollar Canadian should bounce probably here from 128 and a quarter. I mean, look at the squeeze. We went from okay, the move started here from 120, basically 127.90 all the way to 129.70. We've come all the way back down again. it's very, very dangerous. And that, like, I would assume like some longs probably had their stops right below these lows, or maybe right below here. And maybe being long at 128.20 is the place to be long the dollar Canadian. Or if you're getting long here, because we said today support would be here at 128.35. Maybe getting long here and putting in a 30 pip stop is a trade you're willing to take. But I'm going to say this: don't take big positions, and don't let them get away from you. You know what I'm saying? All right. I guess there's enough lecturing, but I really just wanted to say and just say be careful, and just really illustrate to you guys how dangerous and how one way these markets are right now. I mean, think about this, man. You were in Europe and the Aussie broke down through 76 cents, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna, I'm long. And then, I mean, we drop really 150 pips and then bounce, 100 plus. It's crazy markets out there. It's not for the weak stomachs. Let's just say that. Okay. All right, guys and gals. Again, be careful. I think we're at some pretty key levels. The Aussie is right up against what I think is resistance here. This is the 618. Let's say the euro, probably, look, we might even fill the gap all the way to like 22.50, but we're pretty much, previous support, current resistance, probably 78% retracement, almost 78% retracement comes in at 22.40. Maybe that's the last place we reach for. Just be careful. Okay. All right, guys and gals, I will be here tomorrow. I just want to say thank you all for your support as always. Talk to you soon.